Rarest physical game I own, Alien Chaos 3D.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here once again. I hope everyone's doing well. And this video is going to be a little different from the usual videos I make from Angry Guy, because Angry Guy has given me the approval to actually show you guys my style of content that I make on the channel. And I would like your feedback on it because it will definitely show support. I do plan to make another top 10 video within the next few weeks. So if you want to check out what that is later, you can check out my channel at Magbo Gaming in the description below. Yep. So it's going to be about the top 10 rarest 3DS game. I think I made this like a little, almost 2 years ago now, to be honest. So I don't make this often because these type of videos take quite a while to make. And I have a lot going on with my life, so I'm like, yeah, like if I'm gonna make something really good, hopefully it gets a lot of support. So depending on the support it gets, it may motivate me to do more in the future. I know I have the Switch one that I'm gonna be making, but anyways, before we get started, if you want to check out Angry Guy at Rumble in the description below, feel free to do so as well. Definitely has some juicy content that he's not allowed to post on YouTube, but he has on Rumble. And also, if you are someone that wants to start learning how to create your own online business using YouTube to promote it, you can check out the Angry Creator Academy as well. So yeah, with that out of the way, if you like content like this, if you love top 10s when it comes to Nintendo, because yeah, Nintendo has a lot of anti-consumer practice, but back in those days, back in the 3DS days, and even the Switch 1 days, like the first half or most of it, they weren't that bad. They were pretty good. I was a big fan of Nintendo. I would always be a fan of Nintendo in some ways, but of course I gotta be honest when Nintendo does something wrong. I'm not gonna be one of those fanboys. But at least in this moment, I really enjoyed this work. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Disclaimer: this video may contain content that may not be appropriate in a certain age demographic. Viewers' discretion is advised. Also note that this list came from August 2023, but did not finish editing this video until this month, January 2024. The prices shown here in this video may reflect differently on eBay and price charting now, just so you know. Let's get started. Perfect. It's all set. Hello everyone, Magbo Gaming here, and today I will be covering the top 10 rarest Nintendo 3DS games as of the new update 2023. But I'm not alone in this. I'm accompanied by the one and only Princess of Firenze, Princess Celine. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Celine, the Princess of Firenze, as Magbo just mentioned. And I am here to assist and react to the top 10 rarest 3DS games out there. I believe he chose me to react because I am familiar with the Fire Emblem franchise, and some came out on 3DS. Am I correct, Magbo?
Yep, that is correct, Celine. Keep watching this video and you will know when a Fire Emblem game is mentioned here. To some of you veterans, it may be obvious. But anyways, back in the summer of 2019, I made this same video that I'm about to make right now. So a lot of these games back in that video was before it got discontinued back in September of 2020 and before the pandemic started earlier that year. If you go back to watch that video, some of the games that were mentioned to be that rare and expensive back then, it's only gotten worse. So if you wish to do a comparison of the prices of some of these games back in that video compared to what I will show you today, feel free to do so because a lot has changed since then.
Wow, it has already been 4 years since you made that video, I see. Original date at July 7th of 2019.
And I will leave a link to that video in case you wish to watch that one after this video. So here is how this top 10 is going to work. This list is just for the USA versions of each of these games.
and there will not be any special edition bundles included unless it's the only way you could get these games themselves, like the Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition bundle that includes all 3 paths of this game in one cartridge. So in other words, if you can get these games individually for a much cheaper price and had a standard edition, these bundles does not count. And with that being said, let's get started with the listing on the top 10 rarest and expensive Nintendo 3DS games of all time.
I'm ready, Magbo.
Number 10. Oh yeah, I was wondering if I should decide between this game and Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology, cause they are similar in price. But just like the original top 10 I did back in 2019, Corpse Party was able to maintain the hierarchy of one of the most expensive 3DS games out there. Don't worry, a few other games from the original top 10 should also be on this list as well. So the only way to get a brand new copy from retail stores of Corpse Party was getting the Back to School edition that includes the game itself, the 2 Corpse Party figurines, and soundtrack CD. A brand new sealed copy of this game will cost you about 170 plus. I'm surprised it did not hit 200 yet, and the case/game copy is around $100, aka the CIB. A loose copy can be $80 to $90, so yeah, it has risen quite a bit from the original list, but I think you understand why.
So, dollars is what people in your world use as currency, huh? And you told me the retail copy is usually $40 to $50. If so, wow, it's gotten more expensive indeed.
Yup, and the prices will only keep climbing as the list goes on, so just a heads up, you can react to these prices as they go.
Oh, very well then, I will.
Number 9. And here is a game that was not in the original 2019 list. It's Professor Layton vs Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. I remember I used to find a copy of this in Walmart for $30 to $40. Sucks I did not win for it since I wasn't much of an Ace Attorney fan at the time. This game is a crossover of the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney series that was localized in the West. I imagine that limited amount of copies were ever produced for this game. And the reason why I regret it now is because now, if you want to buy a brand new copy of this game, it's $190 to $200 across the board. A complete in-box copy can go for $130 to $150. Yikes! And a loose copy? Almost $100 indeed.
Oh my. And you told me it was $30 to $40 before? That's more like 4 times the price. I need to drink a cup of tea now to process this in my mind.
Number 8. Next on the list is yet another game involving Professor Layton. But this one in particular is the Asran Legacy, and it was released in North America a few months later than the other regions back in February of 2014. And from what I heard, there are not so many copies out there distributed in GameStop, so they did not have as much copies since the popularity of the Professor Layton games has gone down over the years since its first release on the DS in 2007 called The Curious Village. Now the demand for this game has risen up by a lot once again in recent years, and getting a copy of this game is gonna cost you dearly. A brand new copy of this game can cost you up to $250 plus, and a complete in-box copy is from $190 to $200, and a loose copy of this game can be over $150 to $170. Yes, I'm not kidding, and was retailed between $30 to $40 as well. Number 7. Another game that was back in the list in 2019 is Yokai Watch Blasters. We are covering both the Red Cat Corps and the White Dog Squad in this list, of course. Which, if you think it was expensive back in those days, ho ho ho, you have seen nothing yet. Those 2 games follow the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Mainlight formula, requiring the 2 games in order to collect everything. So CIB copies of this game can go for $330 plus for the Red Cat Corps and $300 plus for the White Dog Squad, respectively. And as I said years ago, I never found copies of this game ever in the wild in US stores. Only time I did was me strolling around the Toys R Us stores in the Philippines back in 2018. Of course, there are European versions you can go for that's much cheaper if you have a modded, region-free 3DS at least.
I just finished drinking my tea and it relaxed me a bit. Did you just say that the game is worth over $300?
That's right, Celine.
And even this loose copy of Redcap Corpse is worth just about $300. No kidding.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Hello everyone, Magbo reporting once again. You know, these days in this crazy economy, hard times are already here. Jobs are disappearing fast, and if you lose yours today, you could be homeless within a few months or even a few weeks. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. Check out Angry's Creator Academy and learn how to build your own online business using YouTube to grow it. And get the free creator blueprint when you sign up. The link's in the description below. Go check it out now. Definitely worth checking out. Trust me.
6. Next on the list is Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure. And this has been a very rare game long before COVID was even a thing. Yup. So if you thought back then it was very expensive, ha ha ha. You are in for a surprise. Or maybe it's a bit more expensive. By just a little bit. So basically now a loose copy of this game runs you at $200 and a complete in-box copy is worth $260 plus. And you do not want to know how much a brand new copy is for this.
Oh heavens, is it really far more expensive?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, please.
Okay, well I saw one for $2,500.
What? Oh heavens, is this for real?
There's another for $950.
Okay. I think I get the idea. Let's move on.
Number 5. Yep, this is another Yokai Watch game. The final Yokai Watch game that has ever came out in the US. Yokai Watch 3. And this is around the time that Level 5 Studios sadly became bankrupt, and till this day, there has been 0 games of this series on the Nintendo Switch localized in the US. And it's no wonder why these later Yokai Watch games are very expensive now, cause of the very limited copies out there sadly now. A complete copy of this game can run you around 500 plus, and a brand new copy of this game for about 600 to 700 plus. This is not cheap at all, and is a lot more expensive than the last time I was talking about it back in 2019.
Oh heavens gracious, this is simply ridiculous.
And I remember filming in Game on Atillo years ago around the time Yokai Watch 3 came out, and it was actually right there to buy. Number 4. So for number 4 is a game that can only be officially purchased in the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. Yeah, there was a 3DS game like that. I do remember the Nintendo Direct where the Nintendo man Satoru Iwata and Shigeru Miyamoto were touring around Louvre with their 3DS handhelds in handy. The prices of these games can be all over the place, and they're available in several different translation languages from English, Korean, and French. So let's just say getting a brand new copy of this can range between $200 to $2,000 depending on the language as it seems.
I remember hearing stories about the Louvre Museum. I always wanted to visit it and check the ancient arts that are present there. I was surprised to hear that a 3DS game was available for purchase for this museum too, even though they are fully priced now.
Yeah, I see plenty of listings nowadays for a couple grand. So yeah, good luck collecting for this for sure. Number 3. Here for the number 3 spot is Alien Chaos 3D, which came out around March 2012. But I honestly never remember this game ever appearing in GameStop for me, so it was a very limited print run. So a complete copy of this game can cost you around 330 plus, and even a loose copy is now over 260 plus. I remember that they were dirt cheap if it was the cartridge alone when I made the same video back in 2019.
Yikes! For only a small cartridge with this game?
Yup, and at the time of me writing the script, I did not found any brand new copy of this game whatsoever, but if it does come up, expect the prices to be perhaps 400, 500 or more. Okay Celine, number 2 is yours now, because I'm sure you are familiar with this franchise.
Wait, really? What should I say? I thought I was reacting.
No worries Celine, just look up this game on eBay on my smartphone, and I know you can do it.
Thanks, Magbo. I will do my best.
Number 2.
Okay, so according to the info that Magbo provided me, the number 2 most expensive game on this list is the Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition bundle. In case you were not aware, I am Princess Celine from the recent Fire Emblem Engage game, and apparently Magbo chose me to talk about why this Fire Emblem game back on the 3DS era was so rare. For starters, it seems to be the only way to get the full and complete game of Fates, because there are 3 paths in this game that made it its own game. One was Fire Emblem Fates, Birthright with Hoshido. and then the darker Conquest version with the North side. And then there was a digital-only path called Revelations, which it seems you do not choose Hoshido or Nor. You are independent, so the special edition Fire Emblem Fates contains all 3 paths, and there is no other way to get it, so the only other way to get all 3 paths is to purchase the DLC of the other 2 within, rather Birthright or Conquest, for $20 each digitally, to get access to all 3 paths. So now, getting this cartridge only of the full Fire Emblem Fates experience can cost you over $500 to $600 for the full package, and even a loose cartridge of this will cost almost $400. Oh my, that is way too much for a cartridge only. Did I do good on this part, Magbo?
Yup, you did rather great, and I'm surprised you did far better than I expected.
Oh, thank you. I am rather honored to be a part of this section. Guess we only have one more to go, huh?
Yup, but before we do that, let's go to our honorable mentions. Fragrant Story, Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater 3D, FIFA 14, Radiant Historia, Perfect Chronology, Yokai Watch 2, Psychic Specters. Number 1. Our number 1 pick for the most rarest and expensive Nintendo 3DS game is one that may surprise some of you. Do you see what's on your screen right now? Do you believe what you're seeing? Yes, it's a freaking Barbie game. No joke, no BSing. This is Barbie Groom and Glam Pups on the Nintendo 3DS. But you guys may be wondering, why the heck is this game so dirt cheap on the Wii and Nintendo DS, and yet it's extremely expensive on the 3DS?
A Barbie game for how much?
Well, as far as I know, this game had an extremely limited quantity when released compared to the common Wii and DS versions. As a matter of fact, it failed its initial launch, and copies of this game were never officially sold in stores for the 3DS. So whoever was able to get a copy of this game by some mere mistake, well, you are sitting now on a gold mine. A loose copy of this game will cost you over $1,000.
What? $1,000?
Yup, then a complete in-box copy could cost you nearly $1,500 or more. And a new copy of this game? Yeah man, enough said. This is the most expensive game in history for the Nintendo 3DS, and yet I can get a DS version of this game for less than $10. So yeah, if you wish to waste your money on that, well, I guess it's because you truly want to legitimately complete your entire 3DS collection from the USA for that sake. Well Celine, how was your experience with this top 10 rarest 3DS video? Did you learn something from this?
Well, Magbo, I can tell you sure did your homework when making this list, and it was well thought out. I am not that keen into technology, but I learned some things with you today indeed. Would you come with me for some tea?
Oh yeah, sure thing. And before I go, if you wish to watch the 2019 version of this same video I made back then, the link to that video is on the description below for my DXX archive channel like I said earlier. Thank you Celine for participating in this video. You did a great job too.
Sure, I am happy to help.
And now we can conclude this and say, good luck with the 3DS hunt. Hope you can find the 3DS games you are looking for to complete your collection if that's your goals. Especially the games I mentioned. And until next video, Magbo Gaming out. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other related videos here as well. I also have a Discord server you can join for the video game collecting community, and an Instagram you can follow as well. I even got some merch you may want to check out, my TeePublic link below. Hope to see you again soon.